I don't drink soda.
Welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast, everybody. My name is Mikey Booyah.
I'm 2018 Paso Robles, California mayoral candidate. Ty.
You are. And today is a milestone.
Milestone. That's fucking clever. That's
actually, you came up with that last week.
Yeah.
And we had a big what's it called when like people react to something?
It went viral.
Response
it went
to it.
viral. A viral response. Yeah, we got a big increase
response.
in comments.
Yeah, comment.
We got 100% more than last week.
Big increase in comments. A lot of people like milestone.
Milestone. We might have to trademark that. That's clever.
Yeah, milestone is good. So we're episode 650. This is a milestone, and you might be wondering, guys, what's with the arms? You know what I mean? Why you guys have your arms out?
Sun's out, guns out. Well, in this case, the sun is not out, but again, the air conditioner is broken.
The air conditioner is out.
It's very warm.
Possibly a capacitor issue, which I
of the flux variety.
See, I thought that was only a piece of a time machine.
Yeah,
a flux capacitor.
As far as I was concerned, it was.
But apparently, a capacitor is a real piece of air conditioning outdoor unit, or I'm being grifted. But allegedly something's wrong with the capacitor. A guy's not going to be able, as computer put us on blast.
So I mean, you're kind of dealing with a Back to the Future situation, though, where like you're limited in what you can do because of a capacitor going out.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also is kind of like a Back to the Future situation, like you said, because the capacitor has burned out and now it's all like swollen and like weird looking. So
wait, what?
Yeah, like the thing got all popped up on the top and like stretched out, and it's all like burnt and black and shit.
Oh, okay.
So our capacitor's fucked. The AC's not running. We did what we could with like creating some sort of airflow with the fans and stuff, but we had to turn all that off.
They're very noisy. We're trying to record audio in here, and we don't want to impair your listening experience with this white noise.
So for you, we're gonna suffer through it. We're gonna try not to have some sort of like cabin fever type situation where we're sweating, we're freaking out, we're like hallucinating.
Yeah, we start like getting like paranoid. With one another.
Okay, we can uncover this now. We have water. Do you have water?
I've got an enormous bottle of water here.
You have water. I have slightly less water, but I'm a slightly smaller guy than you.
I just think if you run out of water, and then like, what does that mean? That I have to deprive myself now by sharing with you this water?
Yes.
Does that seem fair to anybody?
Wait, so you're not going to share the water, or you have extra water?
I'm just we're having a conversation here. All right, we haven't reached that point yet.
True. But say, okay, hypothetically, if I were to run low on water, are you saying that you have extra water so you could share? Or are you saying that you shouldn't have to share your water no matter how much you have?
I mean, I'm not saying anything here. We're having a conversation. Two pals having a conversation, right?
Yeah, very
That's
true.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, as I said, this is a milestone, and we have kind of a celebration.
Yeah,
not quite.
We didn't pull out all the stops, but we pulled out a couple of them.
Yeah, we pulled out a couple stops, and let me just go ahead and queue up one real quick. Let me just queue this up real fast. And in the meantime, how has your week been, Ty?
It's been solid. Just the same thing I usually do.
Try to take over the world?
I mean, in a very limited sense, yeah. I mean, that's like the end game. But as far as making strides towards world domination, I mean, it's like a drop in the a drop in a bucket. Is that the saying? In that I've accomplished very little.
A bucket in an ocean, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
A drop in the ocean. So, seeing as how we are here on this milestone,
we're here.
I want to go ahead and treat you guys while we go ahead and take part in this. This is a new. What is this? This new.
This is a brand new. It's a brand new bong. We were. I wouldn't say gifted this bong, but we were given it at a very reasonable price by the good people at Tobacco Mart. I mean, the homies at Tobacco Mart, shout out.
And also Tobacco Mart in Paso Robles, California. You can go in there and tell them that we sent you, and you could still save money.
That coupon code, it's an old sponsor, but we still like those guys. We go in there personally, so that coupon code's still good. Just go in there and you shout. You gotta, these guys don't hear well, so you've got to shout it, but just shout that NHP promo code. Is that how it works?
NHP, yeah. Just NHP. And you'll save a untold percentage. And they gave us this.
I got this half off. So, I mean, it really stands to reason that, you might get up to half off on something. Don't quote me on that. You're going to have to go in there and negotiate that yourself. But just be sure to, shout NHP.
Now, this is something cool that I thought about. We can maybe take this for a second and get this out of here. And we can go ahead and team up
with our sponsor.
The old and the new together.
Reliefy.
The Reliefy dab pen. Save 12% at reliefy.com with code NHP. Attached to the Tobacco Mart bong, save 30% with code NHP in person if you yell it.
Yes.
That's what it used to be. I don't know if it'll still be 30%. It might be. And that's great. So there you go. That's the ad. Ad's done. For this milestone I want to celebrate, we'll go ahead and partake in this, and we will listen to a mild moment from the Natural Habitat podcast.
All right, let's check this out.
Within the history. You ready for this mild moment?
I mean, I assume it's not good, but decent.
Yeah, I think it'll be like...
Not a highlight, but not like a low light.
Exactly. Here we go. I hope that it
doesn't smell or anything.
I can't wait to see what you carve out of it. I said, here we go.
Or are you going to cook it? Triangle eyes, and then like a little half pie mouth, maybe a nose. Here we go now.
Do jack-o'-lanterns usually have noses?
Want to feel me flow? Might well.
Because that would
maybe like a snaggle
off the whole thing.
Like one, maybe two square snaggle teeth.
Yeah.
In the half pie mouth.
Like a buck tooth, but separated.
Yeah.
And maybe like one in the bottom.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, sick.
That's an original idea for a jack-o'-lantern, I think. All right, cool. Well, there it is. A milestone.
Yeah, that was a milestone. That's perfect. Well
done. So we were talking before the show, and we unlocked a memory that I actually will show this picture here of the air car.
Yes. Mm-hmm. This was like a hovercraft of sorts that was advertised, at least the blueprint to build this craft was advertised in the back of children's magazines for basically throughout my whole childhood.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a Boys Life magazine that I got when I was a kid. And
they had a bunch of these ads where they're basically trying to, swindle the little money children have.
Yeah.
And you would send, in this case, you'd send $4.95. It doesn't say how. So they prefer cash, obviously. And in these days, it was definitely cash. Send $4.95, probably loose change and all, to Air Car Box 1822. Department B, Newport Beach, California, 92663.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only assume that it's still, their address. So I have no hesitancy to shout that address out. But it's basically, well, how would you explain this thing?
So this is from what's on the picture. This is what looks like some giant magnets, 3 giant magnets. Even though it is
refrigerator magnets, kind of like just giant ones.
Yeah, just big, like hockey puck magnets, but even bigger. And
these
they look very stiff on the picture, but being that it's an air car and a hover car, you would assume that it's like a
I hate
cushion.
to be a cliche, but like in theory, like how would these magnets work?
See, it kind of almost looks like it would do some sort of reverse polarity. You've heard this term, right?
Yeah.
It pushes you away from the core of the earth. Because magnets...
Magic?
Holy shit, what is that? Yes, I would. I would say that this was much like that is now, this as a childhood was the same, in my childhood was the same level of magic. How did you do that? Where did that even come from?
Magic. It's a top hat.
Magician never tells or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't ask, don't tell. Is that what it is? I'm not supposed to ask.
That was like a controversial policy that the United States Army had in the 90s regarding like homosexuals.
Oh.
They don't want to know if you're gay, so you can be in the Army if you're gay as long as you don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
We're not going to ask you.
Don't talk to anyone about it.
Do not tell us.
Don't confide in anyone. Just hold it in and keep it a secret. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that was
healthy?
actual policy. That was actual policy.
Yeah. So this air car, you see this kid, he just built his air car. He's super excited.
He's fucking geek. He's not riding it. It doesn't show him, it doesn't depict him like riding it or like actually hovering or floating.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has built it.
He built it. And when you read the fine print of this, you see that you really only get the plans. And it says that it needs a vacuum motor.
Yeah, let me read this ad. So the headline is, you can float on air. You can ride this air car around your home or your school, which I mean, like, right, my school is definitely not.
Yeah,
wrong,
that's not going to fly.
It floats on air, powered by an ordinary vacuum cleaner motor. Low cost, easy to build. It really works. For plans and photos, send $4.95 to Newport Beach. Free inventor's calendar. It's fun. It's free with your order. Wow. And it can lift 200 pounds. So I could actually ride this thing.
So you're really just getting the plans. You need a vacuum cleaner motor, which is assuming that you're going to either break your family's vacuum cleaner.
Or you just have one lying
Or you
around.
just have an extra one that's broken. But if it's broken, you figure that the motor probably isn't in working condition. That's usually
and I assume
what goes out.
There's like a variety of different motors, so it'd have to be like a specific one, which they probably wouldn't, obviously they don't tell you until you get these plans and see that you need like a Hoover S1 508 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you need like very specific dimensions on this motor.
And then it doesn't come with any parts. So there's like also like a number of like specific looking metal pieces that you would probably have to have fabricated, I'd imagine, unless you can, get those exact bracket pieces. So
yeah,
it's
I would assume. See, I couldn't find any of the plans here. I did find this guy that built his own, but it looks like he didn't really follow the plans, or maybe the plans are like really vague. You know what I mean? They're like, you need 3 beams of roughly this size or what, and a seat.
It looked like he had the general idea, but this is definitely like a middle-aged man. This was no child. I don't think any kids successfully built this fucking thing.
Yeah, let's watch this. So, you know what it sounds like. So it scoots around pretty well.
Scoots around with no man on it, like.
Yeah, but here, look. Even when he sits on it, puts all this weight on it, it still moves around a little bit. And you could, I don't know how you would really propel it.
There's not any way to accelerate it, huh? That's kind of like the thing. Like,
yeah,
there's no acceleration method.
Yeah, and there's no acceleration method.
So how you'd be riding that around your school, like. So that's what they had to throw school in there, and it's like you can't ride that air car around your school.
Yeah.
For one, the school is not going to allow it. The school district's going to make a whole big thing.
Yeah.
And as soon as you brought it,
they're going to take it away till the end of the year.
Yeah, like 10 minutes in when you first showed up in the morning, and they would immediately take it away and tell you can't come back with it. You might get suspended, honestly. In the 90s, like at some of the schools I went to, I showed up with that thing, being that they didn't like me already. Like, no.
Yeah.
I would have gotten freaking suspended for that.
And I had the kind of like, teachers and school officials that would, take it away for the year, but then end up taking it home because they couldn't store it at the school.
It's like, how is that even legal? How do you get to take my possessions?
Yeah. And then they would let some girl that they're banging's kid use it, and then it'd be broken. And then they'd be like, oh, yeah, we actually had to throw that away.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry. And it'd be like a whole thing. So you're not going to ride it at school. Even if you do get it to ride around at your home, you're not moving anywhere because
I guess you're riding, but
because if you think of like a real hovercraft, it does that, but it has fans, like a fan boat.
Propel it. Yeah, of course.
That pushes it forward. There's no fan boat in this picture. The kid's pushing it. Okay, wait. maybe part of the hovercraft is you need another kid.
Or a capacitor.
That's not the rider. That is the motor. You're the rider.
Oh, that's what it is.
That other kid is the motor. That's what it is. And he's pushing you. Yeah, I thought he was. Damn it. I thought he was slick. Looking at the stuff that's slick. Made, yeah,
exactly. Of course, who wouldn't?
Looking at his handiwork.
That's what that's a very deliberate trick. Yeah. These fucking ads are scams, and there were some other scam ads in these fucking children's magazines as a kid, like the sales clubs. We were talking. We both at least attempted to do these at some point. Like, what do you remember like having to sell with these things?
1958. So I remember, I joined, I want to say that it was the Sales Leadership Club or a version of it, like the Olympia Sales Club, possibly. But the Olympia Sales Club looks way cooler than whatever I did.
Yeah, the Olympia Sales Club, I think, is the specific one that I tried and the one that I remember always being advertised. And like, I had a Nickelodeon magazine subscription when I was a kid. And,
yeah,
just basically any
Game
children's
Boys,
magazine, they have these ads. Shit. So basically what they were, they were trying to get kids to go out and sell. I mean, this is a very different time, door to door. It was like stationery products, gift wrap, like just random shit that you would get at like fucking, Walmart now. You know what I mean? There was no hyper specific items or anything like, really.
Yeah, it was just random, like a Five Below, random stuff.
Just like Dollar Tree quality almost stuff.
And it was like a Finger Hut type magazine.
Yeah, because this is before the internet, so people couldn't online shop. So you would go out and like with a catalog and show these people like the different fucking like greeting cards they could buy and try to hustle them to give you money. Then you take the money, you send it into this company, this Olympia company, and basically for every item you sell, you get a credit towards a prize. So you're sending them, to get any of these prizes, you'd probably have to send them fucking hundreds of dollars. And then like, you send them you sell 25 items that they're going to make, fucking $1,000 off of.
Yeah.
You get a Nintendo game or something like that. But as a kid, especially when you were super poor, like this was like tantalizing. You would look at this and just be like, oh my God, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get everything. You would just be fucking window shopping it.
Because it's really split. Like when you read stuff online about it, you'll hear there's a group of people that say that, it's like child labor. They're making kids sell their products for them. Like you said, they're making so much money off of this garbage.
It definitely was.
Yeah. Making hella money off flipping this garbage. Because if someone's going to go and buy like, like you said, the stationery, there was like a lot of stuff like that grandmas would buy, like knickknacks and little angel figurines.
Oh, it was for sure like stuff that old people would buy. Yeah. That was probably like, a lot how the successful ones, they probably went to like retirement homes and like, I wish I would have had the idea to do that, honestly.
Yeah, and you think about like all the weird shit that your grandma had in her house and you think that it's old stuff from yesteryear, but that's actually just some quirky shit
showed up with a catalog.
Yeah. So... this
was targeted advertising before targeted advertising existed. That's actually really interesting.
And people aren't gonna buy this angel figurine for $5, but from a child, yeah, $10 easy.
And like, if the kid shows up with like like if the kid's cute or like charming in any way, like you're gonna buy something from a kid. You don't want to this was like a different time. Like now, if a child showed up to your front door trying to sell you something, you'd probably, call the cops or, maybe not call the cops, but it's no longer acceptable to just show up on people's doors unannounced trying to sell something.
Yeah, not at all. Part. I'm so sorry, dude, but we didn't have that light on and we're going to have to start over.
You're kidding me.
Like from the top.
From the top?
It's like so much more professional with the light. I don't want it to not have the light for the whole first half of the episode.
Oh, that was solid though.
I know, but
I think we just run it.
We'll keep some of it.
All right.
And then we'll have this be the new intro so that way when it starts over, it'll like look good. You know what I mean? So that way when the show starts, it'll look good with the light.
We're going to have to repeat all
of
that.
It'll cut back. Though. We'll put in some of this, but we'll superimpose us with the light.
Yeah, can we just dub it? Can we dub over?
We could.
Some sort of dubbing.
Yeah, we actually... So we can take that audio.
Take that audio and just like...
We'll do a dubbing of
Nobody's going to notice.
Yeah, we'll record that.
I mean, because our mouths are covered by the mics for the most part. So like, I mean, really? Like, I wonder how seamless it could look. It.
Yeah, I probably could just loop the whole what we do from now and put it in the beginning.
I feel like you got to run that because
I mean, cool. But
we explained this well.
We need a new intro with the light.
We need a new intro.
So we'll count it down. 5, 4,
3. Just...
Welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast, everybody. My name is Mikey Birthday.
My name is 2018 Paso Robles, California mayoral candidate, Awesome Ty.
And we are here on a beautiful milestone, episode 650, a mild day, a mild celebration, minimal celebrating. And I want to take a minute before we move on to our topic today, which is, Olympia Sales Club, sales leadership team, child labor, all this stuff.
Hovercraft.
All these things. I want to go through and play a mild moment from the history of the show. This show, the Natural Habitat Podcast.
Not like a highlight, not really a low light, just like
not a bad time and not really like a great time.
Just something that happened.
Yeah. Just really, something. Yeah, something that happened. So here we go. We'll do that and enjoy this. Thank you for tuning.
So loud in the microphone. You're yelling at me about making sound effects for a challenge
he
we did.
held it up next to it.
Dude, you have to do that with Mikey. You
go.
Who's that first one?
Bacchacallia.
Wait, what's the question to this?
Yeah.
You're not going to ask us the question?
I already asked it.
Fucking Ty blew it.
No, I got it. I buzzed
you
in.
buzzed in before the question even started.
Read the question.
That was his choice.
That was my choice.
You could buzz in whenever you're comfortable knowing the answer, and he was comfortable right away.
Get with the game.
And that was a mild moment.
I have no idea. I love hearing these without any context because I have no idea what we were doing or playing. But that's awesome. That was see, that was a milestone. That was a milestone.
That was a milestone. I like mild moments. We should do that more, or like a mild memory, or whatever you would call it.
Just completely out of context clips.
Yeah. Okay, so now we'll cut back into fuck, dude, the heat. It's driving me crazy. I'm getting
yeah. How's your water looking, huh?
I think I'm doing okay.
Why don't you slow down on that?
Slow down?
Pace yourself, dude.
Okay, yeah. I guess you're right. But you have a lot of water left. Like, couldn't you just... I mean, I still have ice in here. You could pour...
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
You want some water?
No, I'm good.
You want some water?
I don't want any of the water. Now I don't trust it. Because you haven't drank... Why is it still full? Why haven't you drank it?
Like I said, I'm pacing myself.
Well, that's not pacing yourself. That's not drinking any at all. So now we'll cut back in. So that's a nice little intro. We'll cut back into where we were, go all the way through, and then go to this. So yeah, people are gonna buy this shit for exorbitant amounts of money.
Buy what?
These angel figurines, these knickknacks that I'm talking about. How your grandma's house is full of knickknacks.
It's full of knickknacks. So where does she get these knickknacks?
Yeah, from this kid that came by.
This kid comes by. He's got like, okay, buy this. I need a Nintendo game, or just there's probably a lot of lying too. Just be like, I'm super poor.
Now I remember when I was a kid. The only one that really got me, like, I was pitched one of these in like middle school, but at that point I was already like not involved in anything that school wanted me to do, and like didn't the school
run shit like this too?
Yeah,
like school would try to have you do it for less than that. You wouldn't get no Nintendo games. You were like getting the bare minimum.
I remember in elementary school they did a whole fucking assembly. Some guy came. He had one leg that was shorter than the other.
Man, that's like a whole memory like bank that I have is like assemblies where some guy came.
A guy came. Can you imagine just being a guy? And you would always just go and get him in their like Toyota Tercel.
Like how easy do you think it would be to like go from school to school just like booking assemblies?
Should we call a school and
try
to book an assembly that's open? There's no school open right now.
Oh shit, that'd be so funny to just call and be like, hey, so like how do we book an assembly?
You know what we should start doing? We should start doing daytime live streams. Like in the morning, we can meet up and do a live stream and just do all of our prank calls that we want to do that we can't do at night.
Just like knock them
when
out,
we're recording the episode. Yeah.
So many times we want to prank call people mercilessly and we just can't because they don't, pick up within the hours that we're trying.
That actually reminds me, there is a phone number on.
Should we give it a try?
Yeah, I mean, this company or some version of this company.
Computer,
has to
dial this number. 1-800.
Phone number, contact, or device do you want to call?
1-800-543.
I can't place this call because the area code or country code is missing or invalid.
Hold on, I'll
Please
do
check
it.
the
You're
phone
bad at
number
it.
And try again.
Computer, call 1-800-543-1201.
I can only call phone numbers from your Alexa to phone contact list. Would you like to add 1-800-543-1201 to your list?
Yes.
1-800-543-1201.
Hello, and please listen carefully as our menu options may have changed. Calls are recorded for quality assurance. We're very excited to tell you about a special promotion for select callers. This will only take a moment. By answering just a few questions, we will find out if this offer is right for you. If you're interested in saving money on car insurance and want to hear about the best rates in the entire country, please press 1 and one of our representatives will assist you. To save money on car insurance, press 1 now to speak with an insurance
Okay, what's the next
representative.
one you think?
Yeah, what else do we got?
Please hold. Otherwise, please press pound.
Otherwise, so pound.
Computer, press pound.
In saving, please have the pen ready to write down the new phone number to call back and hear exciting new offers from our select
Why does
partners.
it sound like a
The
phone
number to
sex
call
line?
is
Computer,
800.
hang up. All right.
Okay, so that was, we got more than we thought, but again, a lot of times within the hours we're calling, we don't always get a live person to prank, so.
So by the time that this came around to me, I wasn't hooked, but in elementary school, they had an assembly with a guy, right? Guy came, one guy, he had a leg that was shorter than the other. He wore a platform shoe. He said, I have a Spice Girl shoe because Spice Girls was big then.
So this is like 97, 96.
And he was like, I'm a freak show. Like his assembly was like, look at me, I'm a freak show. I should be in the circus. People laugh at me. Kids cry. They scream when they see me. They say, what's wrong with this little dwarf man? My leg is weird. His leg is mangled. One has got a club foot. They called me freak. They called me frack. They called me Frank. He said all these things, but he overcame it with the power of selling because it gave him confidence. He knew how to direct the conversation. He knew how to influence people's decisions. And then he got people to like him.
And these are all things that we've been pitching to the listener through our
you guys are
past
all
weeks.
You guys are all lifestyle.
We've been trying to
now.
teach you how to be a lifestyle influencer, but it's after looking back on some of these memories, we're starting to realize that maybe we're not incentivizing you fairly. We're not being generous enough for you. So I think we've hammered something out, right? We've hammered something out, so we're gonna start. What's the angle with this? So, what are we giving these people?
So we have that's what I was gonna say. It's that some people online will say that this is bad. This is slave labor, getting people to work for free. But those people usually didn't do it when they were a kid. And all the people that did do it, they say, I loved it. Maybe I was, my mom was poor and it gave me a chance to own some cool things. Get a Game Boy or some shit, Yeah,
I'm sure.
A little RC car.
A bunch of kids, was it one-sided and were these companies exploiting these kids? Sure. But these kids, they learned to be hustlers and they got themselves some free toys. Maybe they could have, when you're a kid, you don't have a ton of options. No. It's well, I have no money. And I can't really renegotiate this deal if I want this fucking soccer ball.
Yeah. And you only have so many things that you could do besides selling drugs. So
the opportunities are limited.
Yeah. If you have an option to go sell stationery to your grandma and then in turn you get some cool thing that you want, like a yo-yo or something.
What's crazy about it though, like looking back, is like, man, like having kids go door to door, like how like unsafe and like insane that seems now. Just having like a random kid, like, you know, show up on someone's, and like I'm sure like that I would have like probably like tried to sell to some sketchy houses because I was living, you know, like the area I was living in. So
yeah, and you're not going to skip a house because it's some potential money because it looks a little sketchy.
No, you're going to go for it. You're going to try to get that. So I mean, definitely dangerous. I don't think they have this for kids anymore, but we're offering it to you. So basically, what we're offering is we're going to start giving you prizes if you do a little bit to contribute to, you know, our podcast growing, to our pockets growing, our profits rising. Yeah, we're gonna, you know, like if you want a soccer ball, we can get you that. Like an RC car.
So we're not doing this cool list. We're doing this older list. So do you want a pet chimp puppet?
Yeah, I have. My kids have a bunch of those. So a lot of this is going to be stuff like that we already have in our own possession. Yeah. But we have a lot of this stuff and it's not used, and we want to pass it on to you. And that actually makes it, like that gives it some sort of value. You know what I mean? So like I'm thinking that all of this stuff, based on the fact that we owned it, is worth a little bit more than retail.
And you guys,
it dedefinitely hasn't depreciated in value. Oh no. I got value, baby.
You guys have been watching the show, and
you've been watching.
They're fuck, what was I gonna say? Have they been watching? They've been watching.
I mean,
we were gonna do this for our upcoming Patreon release. But a few of these items we can go ahead and sacrifice for this.
Yes,
social. What is it? Social credit score salesmanship program.
It's
What are we gonna call this thing?
No, I feel like it's
Olympia Sales. Oh, here we go. We got the glossary of jive. This is actually perfect. We could find something in here that we can call it.
Oh wow, that's perfect.
Let's see. Muggles, joint is jumping. Oh, Faye, policeman or law enforcement
stuff.
Vipers.
So we're gonna. Should we run with Vipers? I'm not.
Oh yeah, what is Vipers? It
refers to Hepcats.
Made by inhaling pot.
We want to make you guys Hepcats.
What's a Hepcat?
Hepatitis? What is a Hepcat?
Is that like a bug
Computer,
chaser?
What is a Hepcat?
The noun, Hepcat, can have a couple meanings. 1. A performer or admirer of jazz, especially swing.
Okay.
2. A person who is hep. By the way, you have one new notification. When you see the yellow light ring on your device, it means you have a notification.
Should we find out what it is?
Just say, read my notifications.
Computer, read my notifications.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. Microphone has arrived. One more thing. In addition to deliveries, I can also tell you about past purchases. For example, you can ask,
Computer,
when did I...
Stop. Was it just going to dox all my past purchases?
I guess so, yeah.
On air? Why is he going through my purchases and telling people what I bought? What if I don't want people to know I bought a microphone?
Yeah, we're going to have to hammer this out with Jerry later because, I mean, this was... Computer, you can't be going off script.
Yeah, you're on thin ice, Computer. So this is the Viper Leadership Sales.
Yeah, and we want to make you all Hepcats, and you can be a Hepcat by contributing. So I'm thinking there's going to be like 5 ways that they can earn points. I guess we'll total up points. We'll like shout out below how many points you have, but you can earn your points by shouting out below.
Sound off.
Firing off the like button.
Sound off, like, subscribe.
Ring in the subscribe bell.
That bell.
That's worth too, because I feel like that's, asking the most is like, or no, turn on the notifications bell. Ring that bell.
Exactly.
That's the big one.
So,
look, we want your phone to light up every time we put anything on.
Hold on. Okay, look. You like this video, that is 1 point, okay? You comment on the video, that's 2 points. You subscribe, that's 3 points. You ring the bell, 5 points.
5.
Okay. And you could stack these. You can you could subscribe, you could ring the bell.
You have
and
to.
you get all these points. You end up with like 10 points.
And so that's not the only way to get points. So you could also get points for every person that you put this information up to. You school them, you make them a Hepcat.
Think of a pyramid, okay? You are near the top of the pyramid. We are at the top of the pyramid. You are near the top right here, and you need to look down to someone that is beneath you and trick them in a sense.
So basically you're gonna get other hepcats going, and for every time a new hepcat earns 1 point, you're gonna earn another 20 points.
Yeah, I like that. And
that's really where that's obviously the way you're gonna get the most amount of these points. And then these points are redeemable for all sorts of things. I mean, you saw that catalog. Imagine what our catalog is gonna look like.
So, all of this is going to be laid out in a diagram that we're going to be launching soon and letting everybody know the whole point structure system. But for now, our very first giveaway that we're doing to the first 3 people, this is what you have to do. Okay. You have to, share the podcast on some sort of social media, on Instagram, TikTok,
Facebook. Even. I mean, really whatever
Twitter,
you're using. I know
whatever.
there's others. Truth Social,
Truth
if you're
Social,
a Trump person.
Yeah. So you're going to want to share the podcast and just do like, hey, this is a podcast I like, check it out. You know, share our link to our Spotify, share to our YouTube, whatever it is. And then just screenshot that and send it to us on our Instagram or on our wherever it is, on our Facebook, Instagram, whatever. We'll get it. You do that and you will win one of our first prizes from our catalog. And we have 3 prizes to showcase today. All right. So this first prize is from...
It's from one of our classic holiday episodes, one of the Christmas episodes. That's a custom made Dollar Tree Santa hat. And this is vintage in the sense that this is pre-price hike. This was only $1 at the tree.
This is $1.
This is and these items are rare now, obviously, sadly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously that brings the value up far over $1. But
now this was worn on the podcast.
One time on the podcast, only for this show. Special prop, has a lot of warm holiday memories. And this would be an excellent piece to, bring in. You put it on your tree maybe, or you just wear it. You could wear it.
You could wear it. It has like a browning. Some sort of like, I don't know what this is.
It's probably, that might have been I was wearing it and I was sweating profusely, which quite possibly could have been the case. But
you do the spray tan.
Again, it's really not more for wear. It's more of a collector's piece, but that's one of your options. That's, if Christmas isn't your deal, like what else do we got?
Now we have from yet another holiday episode of the show, we have this St. Patrick's Day. Oh, wait, no, this is the judge hat, the official judge hat from the Nips Awards.
Oh, shit.
Okay. This is our
That's
awards
the one I picked right there.
ceremony.
Like that thing is fucking blinging. That's bling blinging. Those are, I mean, I don't want to say that they're VVS diamonds, but I don't know that they're not.
But this actually is a Kanye Gap Balenciaga
That's
collab.
like a flex, you know what I mean? Like even though everybody knows they're not diamonds, that's still like blinging. That's still very fly, very cool.
And the sticker or the tag on the front, the embroidered tag, that is made to look like it's a sticker falling off.
Yeah,
but it's
on there. It's on there secure.
Yeah, that's a tag. It's on there, and that'll be there when you get it. So that is really cool. That is an official judge hat worn on the episode.
That's fly, like honestly.
That one has glitter on it. Our last thing.
What else do we got?
We have a lot of things,
wide range
a lot of episodes, a lot of props that we've had.
So many different props
show.
from like different subjects and concepts.
Yeah, and this one is special because it's from a recent episode where you and I celebrated our birthdays. It was the Birthday Boys episode.
Yes,
the birthday bash.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some cool shit on that episode.
And I have from that a happy birthday hat. It is a hat.
And that one's blinging too. Like honestly, that would make it a tough call for me. And honestly, we could even get some of that glitter to go onto the Santa hat. Like
we could probably rub
if
that
that's like
on
a problem for you. Yeah, like we make the Santa hat one easy.
Yeah,
boom, there you go.
And that's shining, man. So this happy birthday hat, all you have to do is just share the podcast anywhere.
Document it, and don't forget, and don't forget, once the people that you've shared with come and earn their first point, you're getting those 25 points. You're getting those
20 points.
It was 20 points, yeah. Okay.
It was 20
but for a limited time only. For the first 10 people to do that, I'm thinking 25. Yeah.
So first 3 people to do that, you join the Viper Leadership Sales Club, become a Hep Cat, and win yourself some prizes. Man, you get Game Boy Colors.
Yeah,
you get remote control cars.
And once we start leveling up, the prizes are going to level up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like once we're, like we start earning some sponsors, our engagement, our viewership goes up, we get monetized. Like we're gonna it's trickle down economics. We're gonna trickle it down. We're gonna let it drip down to you. So
get that drip and sign up today. And we're gonna have this chart, the points, the 1-800 number coming soon. And we're just so excited to share this with you. So excited for you guys.
The app's still in developmental process, but it's coming down the pipeline, baby.
And you know what? Before we get out of here, do you want to do one more mild?
Oh, I think we got it. I think we got to hit them with like a very mild one.
One more mild extra moment. Mild. Extra mild? Okay, here we go. I got one. No. Okay. Here we go. One more mild moment.
His gamer tag, was, of course, Ligma. That's his. Thank you for tuning into the
structure he's been doing for the past, decade.
Yeah. And then Kamikaze was, surprise release. It came out, and that's right. I'm on a Liggett company.
All right. Let's give this a shot again. No promises here. He's let us down before.
It's a voicemail for me. It made me depressed again. But then I realized that I didn't go to a strip club. I went to a whorehouse because we were looking online, and apparently the big thing with them is that the girls go home with you.
Oh, yeah?
And that it's very easy to get the extra mild.
Did I say mild?
It's absolutely you did. That was very mild.
That one probably was the most mild out of all of them.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.